this Reaver play, I believe, I mean, it's not quite over yet. Terrans are still capable of just turtling in and coming out with 8 tanks and some vultures and just making a strong push of it depending on micro. Dragoon drops out first to take the hits from the siege tanks. Scarab goes out taking out more SCVs. Oh my god, he's killed like 20 SCVs now with these Scarabs. This Reaver is just doing a ton of damage. SeaReally's keeping up his macro really well though. He's still got a decent amount of SCVs, but SeaReally probably has twice as many probes right now, at least 1.5 times as many probes. And look at this, he's trying to get up a 4th base with SeaReally still at 2 bases, just now getting his 2nd factory up. How ridiculous is that? He's just getting his 2nd factory up, and DaezanG's getting his 4th base up, which is actually a little bit greedy, because if he holds off this Reaver for the next couple runs, he will be able to make perhaps a little push, because DaezanG has been investing a lot in economy, and he's just putting his gateways up now, so he actually doesn't have a lot of forces on the ground, and that's a little bit dangerous for DaezanG, and a little bit risky. If this was Flash or something like that, I would almost guarantee that he would be going out with a smaller push. But oh, look at that! 2 tanks hitting the Dragoon, managing to take the fire from both tanks with the Dragoon, and then using the Reaver to finish off that tank. He's just doing beautiful micro. DaezanG is back, ladies and gentlemen. I used to talk about how he was one of the better players on Ace, and how he was actually a really good player despite, being on Ace and not having all the practice time in the world and all that stuff. And then he kind of slumped, and he's been a little bit dwarfed by any time, and actually players like Reach and Yellow doing decently well lately. DaezanG has not been doing well lately, but I think DaezanG is back. He is playing like a monster right now, and this is the Reaver micro that made me like him, in past seasons, and so it's just really, really cool to see him playing well. And I think he's basically got this game in the bag, because now he still has SeaReally pinned in his base. Look at this. SeaReally still has to turtle. He's still in danger. He still hasn't put up enough turrets to protect his base. He's still in danger from this freaking Reaver running around. He's managed to kill a few Dragoons, but that one Reaver has killed so much crap. And here he comes in. He doesn't have any turrets in the top left corner of his base. There's no tanks either. Oh my god, there's no tanks within range. He's gonna be able to, the Dragoon pops out, not even within range. Another Scarab goes off, kills another SCV. Does not take a lot of SCVs, but still forces him to stop mining there. The tank just not within range at all. Oh man, he's attacking with Dragoons in the back as well. Oh my god, this is this is hilarious. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. And now DaezanG has secured 4 bases. He now has 4 bases mining, and SeaReally has missed his chance. Oh, that was Oversky that was laughing, not Yellow, my bad. I think that was Oversky, yeah. Sorry, it was hard to see there. I'm watching this on YouTube at the moment, but anyway, yeah, but DaezanG, he's mining at 4 bases now. He's got cannons at his expansions to deal with these vultures. He's totally set for this. He's like, no, you're not going to punk your way back into this game with vulture harass. That's like the way that Terrans can sometimes. Oh, but he's gonna lose the drop jump. The drop jump's gonna go down. Not even a vulture gets out. Oh my god. That's Yellow in the background who is covering his mouth to say like, oh my god, this game is over. And this game is over. DaezanG has just played it beautifully, and they're really SeaReally. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. He's a decent player. He's got good mechanics, but he's just not fantastic. I mean, he went all this time without building turrets in strategic locations to keep himself from getting punked by a single Reaver over and over and over and over again. And now, to be fair, he lost a lot of early economy, and he didn't have a lot of money to build a lot of turrets, but still, I mean, like, 3 turrets would have been worth it instead of losing, like, 5 tanks. Seriously, 3 early turrets would have been so worth the money in order to stop all this chaos that's been happening, and now he's stuck at 2 bases against 4. And if he tries to take a 3rd and turtle up, DaezanG's going to take a 5th and maybe 6th base and just really, really out macro him. But I don't think DaezanG's going to let it go that long. I think he's just going to stomp down on him with some macro here pretty soon. That random Dragoon still hanging around in the back of his base. Oh, man. Yep, DaezanG taking base number 5 on the right side of the map. Wow, so yeah, that's exactly what's happening. SeaReally's taking base number 3, and DaezanG's taking base number 5 over here on the right side of the map. and his economy is just so strong. He's going to be pumping out arbiters now, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways. I think I counted. Yeah, 9 gateways worth of pumping out a lot of dragoons and stuff. And he still has that shuttle and that reaver. He still has the shuttle and the reaver. Oh man. It's going to be so funny when that Reaver participates in the last battle when he finally finishes it off SeaReally, and SeaReally will be just cursing that Reaver so badly. Look at this. Oh, man. DaezanG, I don't know if he has an observer or something, but he is just psychic, moving dragoons in the general direction of the dropship. Actually, it looks like only slightly psychic. He didn't quite anticipate exactly where it was going to go, and the vultures are going to sneak out the middle. But again, you know, DaezanG just has cannons everywhere, so these vultures are probably going to be able to pick off a few probes, maybe even their weight in probes before they die, but they're not going to be able to do, you know, irrevocable damage, you know, get a jillion probes or anything like that. Whoa, that's dangerous, buddy, with the vulture and the mines and the Laven and the Freud and the Laven and the zealot and the spider mines next to the probes. But yeah, we're seeing 9 gateways and 2 gate arbiters and speed zealots, and oh man, this is just ridiculous. And look at this, he was trying to go in for a drop, but he must have comsat by now. I'm sure he has comsat, so I don't know why he didn't see that there was plenty of defense there for that drop anyway, unless he was going to maybe try and drop in the main. But anyway, so SeaReally is basically just forced to play Turtle Terran and hope that somehow he can manage to go out with a push in the mid game, maybe even late game. You might even call it now. Just push out with a push. And look at this, more gateways going down. He's got basically a dozen gateways at this point. And there's that Reaver with 29 kills. 29 kills on that Reaver. Oh my god, 29 kills, and that's like 5 tank kills. 5 tank kills and you know, 24 SCVs and various other Terran minutia, and nice little drop here in the back. It's actually going to do a decent amount of damage. DaezanG Force is not in a good position to combat that, although I'm surprised he didn't just throw his probes at those tanks. He probably could have taken him out just by, well, they would have unsieged. They would have taken out more probes, so it's probably best for him to save him by running him to base number 6. DaezanG is at 6 bases now. He took the main of that right side base. Oh man, it is 6 bases to 3. That is just messed up. I mean, and this is what you do with you know, when you have this much of a lead and you're playing against a player who is just too hard to crack them. You just take the map. I mean, that's basically the rule of how it's the basic strategy for StarCraft is, you know, if you attack when you can, if you can get in there and break them, you do it. But if not, you take the map. I mean, that's all there is to it. You either attack them and do damage to them that way, or you take the map and do damage to them later. That one actually says wink on that sign, so maybe that was the sign earlier of the guy who was winking. But anyways, we've got arbiters. We've got a maxed, nearly maxed. Well, actually, no, that's probably not maxed. There's 24 zealots there. It's about 50 supply. Another 20 supply of dragoons. So we've got a lot of crap though coming down the pipe here, and just not enough vultures to hold off. Oh, the Reaver with 31 kills gets left behind, but it doesn't matter because there's storms, crap load of storms all over the tanks. That is game. Beautifully played by DaezanG. That was just absolutely beautifully done, and just finished him off in grand style. Look at that. SeaReally is really upset there. Wow, he just got pwned. You. DaezanG's like, take that. You may have beaten me 2-1 yesterday, but I just beat you 5-0 in that game alone, punk. And that was an awesome win by DaezanG. Well played. So Ace goes up 2-1 actually. Maybe I will do the 4th game. We'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.